we must get a correction. We have to get a correction. And I did toy with this idea a little bit. I told you guys about it a little bit. I didn't necessarily think it was going to happen, but the possibility that we hit the all-time high, perhaps even overshoot it slightly, and then we start crashing. That is exactly what happened here. But this doesn't mean I'm going to start ringing the bells and saying I was right. I was right. But it's more so that we don't know yet if we're trading sideways or if we're actually going to see a big correction. Now, the way this is starting off, this is a very big correction, okay? We still haven't finished this daily candle. We still haven't finished this daily candle, and this is a very big daily candle with a very big rejection. We still haven't finished this week. This is a fucking atrocious weekly candle. This is an absolutely horrible weekly candle. So, this could turn out to be a very big reaction, a big rejection, I'm sorry. Or what we could end up seeing is kind of what we saw back here in 2020, or it could be what we had back here, where we basically traded sideways, and consolidated below our all-time high and then moved up. And we obviously already had this move as well, right? Very, very similar price drop. We had this back here, right? That was a nice 16% drop. So, and right now, what are we down by? From high to low, let's take a look. Could be close to that. Yeah, it is. It's 14%. So we're basically at the same drop right now. Ladies and gents, as you are coming in, keep in mind that you have got phenomenal offers available to you with the links in the description down below. You can open up a new tab and take advantage of this right now. This Bitcoin free $500 position, for example, is limited to the amount of people that claim it, right? So this number keeps going down, and the more people that claim it, the lower it's going to go, and then eventually it's going to hit zero. And just like the Solana campaign, this one will end as well. So the Solana one already ended. You got a free $500 position on it. Right now it's Bitcoin. You can throw it long or short. It doesn't matter. And any profits you generate are yours to keep, right? So that is absolutely phenomenal. This is the best exchange in the game. And in order to get your bonuses, you would just start trading. Put your KYC in and start trading. These are two phenomenal no KYC options. I love BingX because of the traditional finance options that they have available. So you can actually trade stocks like Tesla and Apple. Super, super cool. Up to 130K in bonuses. Absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, keep in mind your local restrictions. Okay, certain countries in the world can't use these stuff. And yeah, you can't break your laws. So really, really cool stuff there. So, right now, just looking at where we are, I'm going to put a second box down over here. And that is our support area. So right now it looks like, and we are on the 1 minute, so, take it for what it's worth. And like I said, I almost never look at the 1 minute time frame, but the reason I'm looking at it right now is because we've got a lot of liquidity. Yeah. When you've got a lot of liquidity, you can expect that, and you can see this here on the volume, right? Like there's a lot of there's a lot of volume right now being exchanged, so you can reasonably infer that this is a more kind of liquid time frame. The reason we zoom out on, Bitcoin or, anything really is because we're looking for liquidity. We're looking for like the real price action, what the humans are doing, and humans trade on larger time frames than bots, right? But when you've got extreme price action like this, when you're setting an all-time high and then you're dropping down and things are crazy and you're down by 15% in like 6 hours, you are going to be seeing more human price action and more liquidity in the market, and pardon me, and that's why I'm okay with looking at it this way. I understand a lot of people actually panic when they see shit like this, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm back for the second live stream of the day. I'm not worried about this. I mean, for the longest time, I've been saying that this needs to happen. And the best case scenario, and this has already dropped by like 10,000. This has literally already dropped by 10,000. I was telling you guys, one day you're going to wake up and there's going to be a red $10,000 candle. There's going to be one candle. It's going to be a minus $10,000 candle. You're going to be like, what the fuck happened? So who's waking up right now? Whose turn was it? Who's waking up? Is it LA? If you're waking up late, it's LA. It's probably Hawaii. Hawaii is waking up right now. Honolulu's getting it. All right. Honolulu are the ones that are experiencing this right now. And that's absolutely hilarious. So, and I was just actually discussing a couple trade opportunities with my analyst. He actually feels like this risk profile might be a little bit too high, and I think he's got a very good point. Price action wise, we are on the 1 hour time frame doing something really good. We have managed to overshoot our support area, so that's good. The reason that's good, I am giving you guys so much gold dust right now. This is also really good. So get your notepad out for this one. This is another one you want to take notes of. When you're looking for the price to bounce off a support level, especially if you're in crypto, a lot of the times it's going to print a scam wick. Yeah, a scam wick is like one of these where like our support is here, but it comes even lower and it just fucks a bunch of people and it's really annoying and it stops out your positions. Oftentimes in crypto you're going to get that, and that's for a multitude of reasons. That you got manipulation, you got stop hunting, which is kind of the same thing. You've got cascading waterfalls in terms of like lots of people selling off, and then that's triggering more liquidations, and that pushes the price lower, and then there's people getting scared and they sell. It's a cycle. You've got a lot of different factors at play, and we don't need to worry about them. But what you will often see is that when you do come down to these support levels, you do overshoot them. Now, what's really good about overshooting them is that once you have overshot them, you don't have to worry about overshooting them again as much. This is the best part. Okay, this is the best part of what we have on this chart right now. The best thing that you can see if you want the price to sustain itself and stay high is that you get the scam wick, get it out of the way, and then if you feel like the price is going to stabilize, now the liquidity hunt is already over, right? So you can get a second liquidity hunt, and oftentimes you do, right? Here's an example where we got 2 liquidity hunts, right? So you can get 2 liquidity hunts, but oftentimes you just get 1. And we see this all over the place, okay? So when you've gotten your first one, if you're bullish now, this is reliable support. That is really, really good, okay? That is a really, really good opportunity for some potential trades if this thing does end up coming down. Because the best thing we want to see now, and here's the thing. I talk about like we need this thing to, I talk about how we need this price action to kind of, correct, and that's absolutely, that's absolutely correct. We do need corrections, but on the other side, we don't want it to happen like, it's okay, but it's not great. We don't want it to happen like a mega dump where it's like, we've just dropped a fucking 10-ton, steel something, steel block. You want it to like, it's got to move a little bit, right? Like you're gonna fluctuate a little bit. You're gonna have a reaction rally. You're gonna consolidate. You're gonna have a bit of, you take the scenic route. You're gonna take the scenic route. That's what you want with this kind of price action. So I think the best case scenario is indeed that Bitcoin continues to dump because we need a bigger correction, right? I mean, again, I want to put this in perspective for you all because I think some of you, maybe are lacking this perspective, quite frankly. But we have gone. 80% up within 43 days, within a month and a half, without a correction, right? So obviously we need a correction. And from this 25K level, we've gone up by 177%. That is a 2.7 times gain. 2.7 times gain, right? 2.8 times gain. That is absolutely enormous, ladies and gents. That is an enormous price rise to be getting without a correction. So I personally, because I'm actually more bullish than most of you, I want the price to correct because the only way we can go up is by correcting. And I said the same thing back in 2022, right? I was saying that the fact that we've had such a strong correction here heavily implies that we're going to have a strong reaction on the other side. Put it in the live chat right now if you remember me saying that. That is something I was very, very vocal about. That I am strongly expecting that in this market, because we had a strong correction in 22, we're probably going to have a strong, and that's why when we were down at $15,000, $17,000, I was the only motherfucker saying we're going to 30K. You already know it, ladies and gents. When we were down here, I was the only motherfucker saying, I think 40K may be possible, but I'm not sure, and it's hard to say. I was the only one that even entertained it. Tell me if you remember that in the live chat down below. Ladies and gents, there is not a single YouTube channel you're going to find on this platform that is so consistently accurate than this one. There isn't. Because if there was, I'd be watching it.